Hi. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody, especially those who are watching a replay. Hi. I want you guys to say hi in the comments. I want to know that you're here. I'm excited to talk to you guys today, but we're going to go ahead and wait for people to come in, see who's all coming into the live today. We're going to go ahead and set up the poll, set up everything that we need for today. Today's topic is releasing old money stories. So we're going to start a poll. Have you no, we're going to start a Q&A. What old money stories have you released? And I'm thinking we'll have to go ahead and go through defining old money stories today, just so people are a lot more aware of what this means. What old money stories have you released? Okay, start Q&A. So that's what we're going to do for our question to get y'all engaged today. Hello, Ismail. Why is this not like going up? Hold up, I don't like this. There we go. And let me go ahead and do this part. I'm super happy to be here today, y'all. Whew. Okay, so someone had asked me about the giveaway. So I will be doing another giveaway since we did get to 1,000 subscribers. Woo! Yay! Right? So I will be doing another giveaway. I'm thinking what I'll be doing is I'll give away 3 money gratitude journals, because what have we been doing? What have we been doing? I'm going to give away 3. Last giveaway, I gave away 5 gratitude journals because we reached 500 subscribers, but I was like not mentally prepared for it to come so quick, 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. So yeah, 3 money gratitude journals. I'm super excited. And I had to go down to 3 because paying to ship stuff out of the country, I didn't realize how expensive it is. So I want to make sure that I can still, afford to send gratitude journals out of the country. Just so if it just so happens that the 3 people who win are all out of the country, I want to make sure that they can get it. Or if they're all in America, I want to make sure anybody can get it. So I'm only going to do 3. Hi, Shay. How are you doing, baby? What is this picture, girl? Oh, it's like a little cartoon. Okay. Hi, Gav. Hi, Bo. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing, my loves? You doing good? Hi, Shinchan. Hi, Cammy. Hi, Ben. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Barat. You doing good? Hi, everybody. Can y'all make sure y'all like the live as you guys come in if you've been here before? If you haven't been here before, stay and just enjoy. But if you've been here before, I want to see you liking the live. I'm famous. Haywood said I'm famous. Since when? I don't want to be famous. Stat. Hi, Stat. Hey, Mo Breeze. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Vidinky. Bo said you glow and take care of your health. Okay, thank you. Varat, I'm from America. Ciao, Silvano. Ciao. Gustavo said my forehead real nice. Okay, thank you. Hi, Crystal. I love you too, Vaniki. Hi, KK. Hi, Daruk. Okay. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all let me know. Our afternoon, our evening. I don't know where you are. It is 11:12 where I am. Hola, corazón. Saludos desde México. Hola, México. Me gusta México mucho. Te quiero. No, I don't speak French. Bonjour. Hello, everybody. No, I've never read those books. Okay. Hi, Neil. Okay. What is my profession? How can I answer that? You're the most... Okay. Thank you so much. I'm a professional bad bitch. That's what it is. That's my profession. Nicholas, hi. Buck, hi. Hello, everybody. I appreciate everybody who came in and liked the live. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, GR. So, y'all, we are talking about money mindset. Remember, we're talking about money mindset. We're getting our money mind set for success. Do y'all understand that? We're getting our money mind set for success through gratitude. So this is the prompt that we're doing today. You may not be able to read that, but this is what we're talking about today. So if you're interested in what is the topic, you should probably see it right here, above here. This is the topic. I want you guys to answer. What old money stories have you released? What does that mean? I know some of you guys are going to come in and be like, money stories? What does that even mean? Do you realize that you're consistently narrating your entire life through visions and through your thoughts every single day? A lot of people are not aware of the fact that they are narrating their lives. They are speaking to themselves about what is happening, right? So, every single time you interact with money, yourself is narrating those interactions. Are you aware what those narrations are saying? Are you now? We've seen a lot of people's money beliefs these past few weeks that we've been doing this. Mind you, this is what, day 24? Shout out to us. We got 24 people in the chat. And it's day 24. Shout out to us. So, there have been a lot of people coming up here saying money beliefs that I personally don't agree with, but I believe should be old by now. If you've been here, you should get tired of hearing some of those money beliefs that are not supportive. One of the most popular beliefs that we have seen on this live has been money is the root of all evil. I am sick of hearing that. I don't know about y'all. Some of y'all believe that still. But me personally, I think that's an old money belief or old money story that I'm ready to release. And I've been released that one. It was really never something that I held on to. But that is an old money story for some people. If you've been here, let's see what y'all talking about. Hey, Chris. Hi, YG. Welcome back to the live. Somebody, Juicebox said, girl gives off, I read your aura. It said you need to stop dating broke people vibes. Okay. Welcome back, Big Trap. Not the little one. The melanated queen is so freaking beautiful. Definitely wifey material. Okay, damn. Boxman says, I have a lot of old money. Oh, he just said old money. I said old money stories. But he said, I got old money. Congratulations to you. Cute. Okay. Hi, Nunes. Hi, Sani. Hi, Cece. Amrita. Somebody said, it's true, though. We've talked about this too many days in a row on why that's not the best belief to think. But y'all keep the belief. If y'all want that belief, y'all keep it. Hi, Javad. Darren said, believe what, sweetie pie? Believe in unhealthy mental mindsets that is not supporting us in getting to the bag. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, little nine. Jillian said, money makes people do wild things to get it. Are you one of those people? Are you one of those people? Let me know. Do you want money? Do you think you'll become one of those people who just do anything for money? Now, I'm not talking about Julian when I say this. I'm talking very general because this comment reminded me of this. But having that thought saying money makes people do wild things, that is a true factual thought. There are people out there that do crazy things for money. But there are also people who have that thought who don't trust themselves. So then when you have the idea that I don't trust myself, on top of money makes people do wild things, those can have the possibility to combine, and now your mind is like, I don't want money because I don't trust myself because I'll do wild things for money. I could do, but in reality, when you think reasonably, it's like, would I really do that? Probably not. So sometimes even when we're thinking about other people, we have to think about our thoughts of other people because they can definitely reflect on us and create contradicting beliefs. Mary said, where are you from? I'm from America. Hello, Hussein. Hey, Black Cat. Darren, the conversation is, look in the title and look in this area. It should be right here. The conversation is old money stories. We getting into it slowly. We're getting into it slowly. Hi from Iran. Hi. Love you too, baby. Thank you, Lil Nine. Ready for a good money story? Hello, Talio. Hey, baby. Everybody saying they like the forehead. Thank you. I'm going to start showing y'all my forehead because I think y'all being a little sarcastic. But I'll take it. And Ovia said, you look smart. Thank you. I am. Hello, Ernest. Hi, hi. Ron G said, where are you from? I'm from America. Thank you, Meludia Joshua. Ranjit, hello. Thank you. Somebody said, please stop your lecture. Oh, okay. Very interesting phrases to add. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hi, Hamed. Darren said you have to discipline with money or it will discipline you. Okay, I like it. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Parka, what have you been saying? You said I skipped over your statements. What you said? I don't know. Okay, love you too, Emin. Hi, Luna. Okay, y'all ready? We're going to get into it. So the question today, it says, what does it feel like when I release old money stories and choose new beliefs that support my growth? What does it feel like? And at the bottom, if you can see, at the bottom, it says security isn't in the amount. It's in your mindset. Security is not in the amount of money that you want. It's in your mindset, right? Let me see. So, what are some old money stories that I released? So, if you've been with us through this time, you would have seen some of the conversations that I've had and talked about some of the limiting beliefs. And one of my biggest limiting beliefs was spending a lot of money. Spending a lot of money. Like, not just going out spending like $30, $40, but going out spending like $300 in a day, especially in different places, $500 in a day. Going out and spending all that money, it really stressed me out. But I realized the reason why I was stressed out is just because it was a lack of financial organization. It wasn't like I didn't have the money. It was just more like because I had a fear of running out of money when I would spend a lot of money, it was like I felt like, okay, I'm gonna run out, right? So that was one of my negative mindset beliefs that was kind of hindering me from having a healthy relationship with money. Even when I went out of the country and I had money to spend, when I would go out, I was always looking at, well, how much money do I have? How much money do I have? And I would be like stressed out if I went and spent a lot of money. But then the experiences that I spent the money on, it was really fun. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I was happy I spent the money, but I started realizing then at that point, oh, something is not right with my relationship with money. Because why, if I have this money and I'm in this country where I'm supposed to be spending this money, why am I so afraid to spend the money? So I had to really start looking into that. And that is one of the beliefs that I believe is becoming very old for me. I'm not really set in that mindset anymore. I think I'm a lot more motivated to get the support that I need in that area. So which is why I'm labeling as an old belief now. So do you guys have any old money beliefs? Old money stories? The old money stories, are stories that are no longer benefiting you, that you used to believe, but now you don't believe them anymore. Do you guys have any? Hey, Sacramento. Again, so old money stories are going to be stories that you have told yourself, beliefs that you had about money that you realize are not supportive anymore, and you decided not to believe it. So mine was spending a lot of money is not good. That's the belief that I've gotten over. Realize money is coin, silver, and gold. Okay. Darren said, baby, you just grew up. Interesting. So none of y'all have it? Parker said, I used to think that keeping fiat currency in my account was a wise strategy for building a savings account. Okay. So what is a more wiser strategy for you now? JRG said, oh, mine was don't save money too long because you can't take it with you when you die. So that's an old story. What do you believe now? That's interesting. Parker said saving in Bitcoin. So they said, okay, I'm not. So Parker basically said it's not for this individual, right? Do y'all's own research. But for Parker, they said that keeping fiat currency in their account was not a wise strategy for them. So now they put it into Bitcoin to save. So that's what they do. Darren said, I believed getting money would make me happy in the streets. When you on top, you see people around, but when you fall off, you see who loves you. Save your money and invest. Okay. So what I'm getting from that, Darren, is that you're saying, I feel like it's a couple of things that you're saying in that sentence. Because you're talking about people not being supportive of you when you don't have money, but when you do have money, they are supportive. So do you feel like you... I'm trying to figure out what the old money belief would be, because you said save your money and invest still. So you still getting money. Oh no. JRG said never never ever take advice from a hater that ain't got any money. Oh, Darren said yeah. Okay. Hi. So does anybody else have any old money stories? I like these old money stories. Those are very interesting. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the community. Welcome into the chat. Y'all let me know if y'all have any old money stories, or if you've been with me watching these videos, if you felt like some of the stories that you've heard are not supportive, what have those been? Darren said, come on now, I'm just smarter. I have no children, but I save for when I do. Okay. JRG said, money isn't everything. I was told when I was rich, money is next to everything. So you're not rich no more? Joseph said, do your own research. Yes. Raven said, yeah, I spent $140K in less than 12 hours. Just recently? What'd you spend that on? What'd you spend that on, girl? Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the live, y'all. Rue said, I did too. I bought a house. Right, because I'm like, what could you be spending $140,000 on? Hello, everybody. Hi. Good morning. So for y'all, what did it feel like? Okay, Rev said a house 10 years ago. Okay, so everybody, okay, that makes sense. Old money stories, y'all. So the topic is old money stories. We're not talking about old money. We're talking about old money stories. Old money stories are going to be those stories, the beliefs that you used to believe about money that was no longer supporting you to getting more money. So you stopped believing in it and you shifted your mindset to something else. JRG said, a lot of people ask you hella questions when you got money. Then you ask them when you're broke. They will ignore you. I'm saying, that's not even just with money in general. When you have certain skills where you are a leader and you're leading in that area of your life, people will depend on you and they cannot be depended on at all. And it's like you have nobody. It's like you just giving away. Nobody's feeding back into you. That's why you got to cut people off like that. Darren said, when you have your own bills, you don't give a about what someone else got. Ricky said, keep cash in the house and not in the bank, easily accessible. Is that an old money belief, or is that what you believe now, Ricky? Southside, you said, say that one more time. Say what one more time, baby? Parker said, considering the acquisition of an asset with the intention of acquiring deflationary assets. Considering, okay, so I'm going to break this down to different words. Considering getting an asset and something that you can invest in with the intentions, with wanting to get another asset that is not making as much money. That's what you're trying to say with that, Parker? So you're trying to get one asset, but you also want to get another asset, but the other asset is not going to be making as much money. It's actually decreasing in the value of it. Interesting. Joseph said, ignorance is bliss. Birth certificate, surety, EE bond worth millions. Are you on that straw man theory, Joseph? Is that where you are mentally right now? Hi, Andre. Darren said, that's what I said earlier. JRG says, save money because good deals appear like magic. Mark said time is more important than money. Is that an old belief or is that something that you believe currently? Thank you, C-Boy. Southside said, I have a big tattoo for time is money and I want it off bad. So that must be an old belief. Southside has an old belief saying time is money. Or maybe it's just you just don't like the tattoo. I don't know which one it is. Because you said, I feel like a trucker or a trailer park person because of the tattoo. Interesting. Liberty said, Bitcoin is the first truly honest money. Most countries are prisons made out with of money. Interesting. JRG says, save money. Example, a $100 million motel casino just sold in Lake Tahoe for $150K because dude had cash. Okay. Thank you. Darren said, connection, time, love is greater than money. Southside said, time is not money and it's running out daily. Interesting. So that was an old belief for you, Southside. Okay. Mr. Abadi said, health is better than money. Do have money to give me? Okay. Southside said, we're all on borrowed time. Stay present. Liberty said, the rich don't exchange time for money. They add value in a sustainable, scalable, and profitable way. Very interesting. Very interesting. Everybody, if you're in the live today, I want to say I appreciate you guys for coming into the live. If you're just coming in, the topic is, what old money stories have you released? What old money beliefs that are no longer supportive to you, that you realize this is not a healthy belief? It is stopping me from getting to the bag. What belief was that? Let me know. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you like the live so we can get more people like you into the live. Okay. So y'all know what my old money story was. And I chose to believe that it's not the spending money that's bad. Like, spending money is actually really fun. Spending money is actually really fun. What's bad is that I don't feel organized in the spending of my money. I don't feel organized in the spending of my money, and the accounts that I need to be funded more are not as funded as they should be, right? So it felt very relieving to release that mindset, because I knew that that mindset was really constricting me physically. I knew that mindset was physically constricting me when I would go out and I would have things to do and I would need to pay all of this, and that, and I would want to, on top of that, pay for this, and that. And now I feel anxious because I've spent so much money, you know? So I feel very relieved knowing that that's an old money belief. And I feel very empowered to feel in my body the shift in mindset, and to feel in my body the shift in how I handle money now. I'm not as afraid to look at my bank account now, because now it's like, okay, who gives a... I mean, I still got money in the account regardless, but like, just because I spent all this money, I shouldn't be afraid to look at my bank account, you know? It's trauma. It was trauma. It was a trauma response. So the Battle Zone said money is evil. Is that an old belief or is that what you currently believe? Justin said, let go of the belief that millions are difficult to obtain. I like that, Justin. That's a good belief to let go of. JRG said, invest now while you're young, because if you wait, you cannot enjoy it the same. Really? Interesting. Sean said, it's the love of money that's evil. You see, we have this same topic every single day. Anthony said, people are evil, not money. Yes, people have the capability to do evil and to express evil, not money. That's an old belief. Okay, so the Battle, that was an old belief. I'm glad that's an old belief for you. Okay, James, welcome to the channel. Somebody said this is an Invest AI program my team has worked on. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hello, I am AI. I am African American. In American. Did y'all get that? In American and not African American. Okay, yeah. Being funny. Liberty Tree said, "Don't live in fear, live in faith, and the rewards for your efforts will come." JRG said, "Money is not evil. Money opens doors." Yes. And as we were talking about yesterday, money is power. The definition of power is the ability to do something. So money gives you more abilities to do and to be. That's why money makes you powerful. Mr. Bodie said, they say money can buy the health. Is that true? I do think money can buy you health, because there are so many shops out here that are dedicated to supporting the physical body through providing nutrients. Like, they be having all types of things that you can do for your body's health when you have money. You go get a weekly massage. That's helping your body. You got money. You go get Reiki, or you get acupuncture. You go get a mani-pedi. You go get your hair done. You go get like infusions with whatever you need, whatever nutrients you need. There's a lot of rich people doing like really rich people stuff with their money to help their body. Cryotherapy, oxygen therapy. Like, it's so many things that you could be doing, especially if you live in cities, like big cities that have bad air. Like, the air is not healthy in those cities. If you go get, people be paying for air. Like, it's so many things. People be paying for water, healthy water, spring water, water that has healthy nutrients and not just what comes in the plastic bottles. I mean, I'm from America. A lot of our water come in plastic bottles. So, like this one. And this is natural artesian water. This is really not good water, in my opinion. I think this is the perfect water for when you exercise, though. If you exercise, this is the water you need to drink. But just drinking it off bat, it tastes disgusting. JRG said, if you invest when you get older, you only have a limited amount of time. Then you leave it to someone else. So start young. Start investing young. As soon as you get that first job, invest. How do you invest? Get a savings account first. A high yield savings account is that's the first thing you can do to invest your money somewhere. Well, really, it's not investing, but you do get money back. I don't know if that's considered investing. Remember, y'all, I'm not a financial coach. Sunny said, money can't buy happiness. I know this. Thank you, Google. Derek said, she is advanced, but definitely not AI. Oh, thanks for the compliment. The Battle Zone said, amen, you are so young with all this wisdom. Oh, I appreciate that. Mr. Abodi said, you are materialized pretty lady. Is that true? I don't know what that means. Comrade said, people who say that they are useless, I don't need money. Oh, people who say that are useless. I don't need money the way people say just to survive, and money does not make people powerful ever. Okay, that was a confusing sentence for me, comrade. You gotta put emojis in between it, or like periods or something, so I can understand where it stops and starts. Liberty Tree said, money without knowledge is like a body without a brain. The brain is really helpful at directing you where to go. So the knowledge is really good at directing you what to do with the money. Joseph, all these codes that you're adding, I don't understand any of these codes, my friend. JRG said, keep your word, pay what you owe, don't take what ain't yours, and your money will always stay with you. Parker said, fiat mandatory nature via legal tender and taxes make it somewhat involuntary, amplifying Ponzi-like risk without opt-out. Parker, your language is so much. It's so hard to understand to read all of that. Derek said, Evian is great water. Okay. Oh, the Battle Zone said med spa. Yes, med spas are amazing. Okay, Liberty Tree, welcome to the community, baby. Thank you, Jeremy. Joseph and Parker are speaking in codes that I don't understand. Parker, you said tax and debasement hit law, middle class hardest. They rely on wages savings eroded by inflation, lacking assets to hedge. Okay, that's a little bit more understanding. What do you work in, Parker? What's your career? I need to know. Hey, Real Rico. JRG said investing is saving at the beginning. Once you reach 10K, the rest keeps stacking quick. I've heard that. I believe it. Sean said money can't buy happiness, but it can rent it for a while. GR said, question, what do you put first? People or money? I put my people first. I put my money first, then my people, and then I put money first, and then everybody else I don't care about. But I'm definitely prioritizing my resources and making sure my things are in order. But I'm not going to prioritize. Like, it's not like I'm going to be on a boat watching everybody drown and holding on to my money like, oh my God, I can't let my money go. Like, no, I'm going to go save my people. But in reality, day-to-day life, day-to-day living, yeah, my priority is getting my money together right now. Joseph said, no, now you know straw man ain't no theory. That's what I thought you was coming from, because you just keep speaking in code. I'm like, have you heard of straw man theory? That's what it sounded like you was talking about. Mr. Abodi said, money without knowledge is dangerous weapon to the owner of the money. Welcome to the community, Plush. Hey, H4, if you're interested in knowing what's going on, look at the title and look at the question in this area. Parker said government's deficit spending, banks, credit creation, and elites first access to new money via Cantillon effect. I never heard of the Cantillon effect. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it. Thank you guys. I appreciate everybody who's calling me beautiful. I appreciate y'all. Good day, Sophia. Welcome, JB. Welcome, friend. Hey. Devion, you said I blew 4K on a female and she's still gone, LOL. Well, you learned your lesson. You learned your lesson. So was that an old money belief? Don't spend a lot of money on women that you're not committed to? Was it somebody you was committed to, like a girlfriend or something? What do you believe a sage is? A sage is a wise woman. A spiritual wise woman who supports other people on their journeys. I've learned a lot from myself. I feel like I've gotten to a level where I can support other people who are wanting to learn the same things that I learned about mindset and manifestation. So, JRG said, you and a few of your siblings you can trust save. In 1 year, you can start your first major investment with power. Mr. Bodie said, money will bring people to you like the bees. That's why you don't tell them. Pretend you broke. Act like you broke. Or at least present. You know, don't be just telling your business. You don't even got to even present like you broke. Just don't tell people you got money. People think you got money. Tell them you ain't got no money for them. Goodbye. Goodbye, brokies. JRD said, money comes first. Get that very clear. Money comes first. You are what you have. Are you what you have? Interesting. Interesting. Bryn says, I got no story about money. I don't believe that, Bryn. Bryn Cassie, I don't believe that. I don't think you're aware enough. I think you just got to think about it a little bit so you can become more aware of what your stories are about money. Plush said, it's not every woman that wants money. Every woman is not the same. Plush said, I don't blow money on somebody that I think is a bad woman. JRG says, spend no money on woman unless you want to, if she will do the same for you only. High grind. Sophia said, money without character is nothing good character. Joseph said, I am money. Create like trees. EQRC said, and I don't give money away. Derek said, I agree. Keep people out of your business. Don't advertise everything you possess. Exactly. Hey, Validity. Welcome to the live. I ain't seen you in a minute. Real Rico, people think you broke is way better than people knowing you have money. Yep. Thank you, Green. Hey, Bia. So we're talking about old money stories. Old money stories. Old money stories are things that you used to believe about money that you realize are not supporting you in getting to the bag. Getting to the bag. Validity said money is finite. How do you pronounce that? Finite? Infinite. Let's just say infinite. I'm happy to spend it on anyone. Ooh, Validity. Validity said it's going to come back, so who cares? Who cares if I spend the money? It's coming back. I didn't lose nothing on spending that money. Clock it. Parker said fiat relies on perpetual debt expansion to pay prior obligations, eroding value via inflation. Example, USD lost 99% of the value, I'm guessing, since 1971. So I'm going to say this. Parker is basically saying that I'm guessing you're in America. America is running on fiat money. So we're running on money that is not real. It's not real money. We're running on debt money. So we're paying debt and they're paying debt. And it's like a consistently paying of debt. Is that what you're trying to say, Parker? Hi, Turkey. Mr. Abode said, I'm sure if I keep chatting with you, love, you will make me to the madness, but I am poor guy. You will love me to the madness. Oh, okay. You're not poor, baby. If you poor, at least don't be poor in your spirit, baby. If you ain't got no money, at least don't be poor in spirit, okay? Let's fix the spirit first. You ain't got to be poor. You don't have to be poor. Sophia said you have to work hard for money. If you do not work hard, they will not get money. Here we go. Gotta work hard. But what do I tell y'all? Dream big, work hard. Make working hard beautiful. Make working hard beautiful. If working hard becomes a beautiful thing for you, it's your passion. And it's no longer hard. I don't know why, I just do not like the idea of working hard. It just reminds me of working outside in the heat, scraping like a slave. That's what it reminds me of. So I don't know. You guys may have a different relationship to that phrase. Plush said, not everything is about money. Is you that matters. JRG said, I used to believe if you loan people money, they would do the same for you. Never, ever believe that. Never, ever believe that. JRG, let me tell you why. It's just crazy that you even say that. Because if you loan somebody money, that means they need money. That means that they probably are not as good with money as you are if you're able to loan somebody money. So if you loaning people money, I don't know. It don't make sense on how they could ever be able to loan you back any money unless it's like years later. And they're in a complete different phase of their life. Hey, Maria, welcome to the community. Parker said, Bitcoin, decentralized, fixed 21 million supply, no central promises, value from scarcity, market demand, not new entras, paying old. Parker, you say a lot of jargon that I don't understand. I don't be understanding all of it. I feel like I got to use a dictionary to break down everything you're saying. Mr. Abode said, I love to collect money. I do not spend them, but I enjoy looking at them in very secret place. What is your definition for me? I don't got no definition, baby. I don't even know. But what you did remind me of, Mr. Abode. I don't understand what you were trying to say, but it reminded me of something. When I was in a portion of my life, I used to put money in different areas of my home. Shoe boxes, under the closet, in the hairdresser, in anywhere, in the dressers, in shoes. I used to just leave like money, $10 or more, $5, $1 in different areas. And I remember when I was like, I don't have no money. It was like having a savings account, because you kind of forget where you put the money when you place it in different areas of your home. And so you don't rely on that money. So when you're really, if you ever really do get to a point where you're needing money, you start to think like, where do I have money? And it also, not only does it allow you to have money all around you, it also creates the mindset that money is all around me. So if y'all want to improve your mindset, start placing dollars, not just coins, dollars. If you can do 10, 20s, even hundreds, place them all around your home, because it will start to give you the idea that money is all around me, and whenever I need it, I can access it. And you'll see a change in your money. JRG said, having a good wife or husband and kids, that is rich right there. I agree. Validity said, do something you love and you will never work another day in your life. Yes, I agree. Hey, McHugh. Joseph said, that's why God made me a helper, question mark. You think God, if you think that God made you a helper, I don't know why he made you a helper, baby. I don't know. Mr. said, I believe if we gave somebody money, they would do the same thing, but nope. So you have the same belief. So when y'all, for y'all who had that belief of you thought that people would do the same for you with money, how does it feel to no longer have that belief? Maria, my love, I see you. I said, welcome to the community. Chappie said, if you loan someone money, it's the best way to have to not deal with that person again. Validity said, I love loaning people money. Debt is one of the greatest assets we have as humans. For $20, I can learn about someone's character. I like that mindset. Validity has an interesting mindset. I never really thought about it like that. Look how you can shift up your perspective when you're open to it. That's funny. I don't care about seeing nobody's character, because I already saw it. If you asking me for money, I already saw it. I had somebody ask me for $20 literally last week. And I looked at this person, and this same person had drama over asking people for money. And I'm already not about to give you no money because you already got drama. So you already proven that you're not trustworthy with money. And then on top of that, you put other people before you. I can't trust nobody who put anybody before themselves. That means you just, something is off with you. You putting people before you. You sacrificing things. Now you're broke, asking me for money because you putting other people before you. And we don't even know each other. Some things just, you got to have priorities, and you got to be your number one priority. And if you don't have it, you can't give it. Parker said the goal is to flex those brain muscles. Yet Parker trying to flex on us. He like, look, y'all know a damn thing. That's what he's saying. Validity said, I used to do that with weed too. Used to just give stuff to, used to give it to people thinking they was going to give it back. What? Mr. Abodi said, I love to take money from others. After that, they will never see me. Wow, Abodi, look at the character. Do better. Not you scamming people. Derek said, working hard can sometimes end in some intent be devoted, committed, determined, and consistent in the journey of accumulating dollar bills. Okay, look at y'all. Y'all just using big words today. Y'all need to start summarizing. Make it concise. Because what are y'all talking about? No, I'm playing with you, Derek. Yeah, it can be consistent. You can be determined. I think that when people say working hard, because I know for sure the things that I've done, people will be like, oh, you're such a hard worker. But because I'm so passionate and I am so motivated to do it, this is not hard work. It's just things to do for me. It's never hard work when you're passionate about it, in my opinion. Hi, Loco Pilot. Hi, Deep Dennis. Neolith. Oh my God. Neolith said, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Put your money in a safe at your own place, somewhere only you know. Keeping only $40 in your wallet times 2 $10 bills and a 4 times $5 bills. Don't give money. Okay. Welcome back, aka Carlos. Liz, we're not doing readings right now, babe. I'm only doing readings on Thursday evenings. Liz said, if I asked for my job, I walked out on Thursday, will they reconsider? Oh, okay. That's, you want a reading. Hey, babe, I'm not doing readings right now, my love. Casey Jones said, who would have guessed I would scroll into the live of a true goddess? Look at that. Thank you. Real Rico said, I believe in working smarter, not harder. DJ Steve said, can I ask you a question? What's your question? Joshua said, hard work is anything you devote your time, energy, and talents to. So a couple of monies. Okay, so one of the only things that I think I've heard about releasing old money stories was not loaning it out. Hey, beautiful one. Hey, baby. How are you? Where does my hairline start? It starts back here. It's kind of like in the middle of my head. But sometimes if I wake up, it can start back here too. So it just depends on what day it is. It just depends on what day it is, you know. Just like you and your grandma. You know how your grandma bald-headed and she ain't got no hair from right here? It's the same way with you and your grandma. So Parker said, rarity alone isn't sufficient for a store of value. It requires sustained demand, utility, and network effects. Parker, I'm going to start reading your stuff because I don't understand what you're saying. I get lost. The first couple of words, I start getting lost. So, yeah. Is there any other old beliefs that y'all have? Is there any old beliefs that y'all have besides the loaning of money? I like Validity, what Validity was saying, because Validity was like, for $20, I can see a person's character. That's an interesting reason to give people money, to see how they act. But I just don't got the time to, you know, do all that. Good morning, J Productions. Good morning. Thank you to everybody who's liked the live today. I'm trying to figure out what's another old money story that I used to have. Hey, Micaiah, I love seeing my people in here. I love seeing my people in here. Casey Jones said, if you put a broom over top of your door, it does more than most people think. What does that even mean? Why do you put a broom? I don't even think a broom could fit on the top of my door. Why would you put a broom on the top of your door? Is that like some type of ritual or something? What does that mean? Hey, T-Mac. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, G. Hey, hey, hey. Moving forward said, Parker means the value of supply and demand relies on the beholder. Okay. Thank you, Moving Forward, for breaking it down for us. We need a translator for Parker. My mind is hurting trying to translate what's going on. What? Okay. So, yeah, I'm really trying to think of any other old money beliefs that I have, old money stories that I have. Because I think the number one was definitely spending the money. Let me see. This is not anything recent, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I used to not. Let me see. I used to believe it was okay to take from large corporations and steal. I used to think it was okay to steal from large corporations, right? Like, oh, they're rich. They got the money. Who cares? They'll make it back. You know, people have that mindset, like, eat the rich. You know, that is the part of that mindset, eat the rich. right? So be like, who cares? And hold up. Hey, Kaden. And so years ago, again, this is a money mindset that I overcame years ago, nothing anytime recently. But I realized that it doesn't hurt them. It may not be hurting them taking and eating the rich. It's actually hurting me more because I want money. I want to be rich. I want to have this type of company in the future. So why would I take? It's only showing me what I'm valuable of, what I'm worthy of, what I can do. And it's kind of put me in a mindset of I can't afford. Like if I'm taking, I'm in the mindset of I can't. So that's what I'm taking, right? At least that was for me at that time. Darren said, eat the colonizers. Casey said, hold on, let me see what y'all talking about. Casey said, it's a ritual, yes, clean house, temple to full with prosperity and wealth. Yeah. Okay. J Production said, but you're not scared of the consequences getting caught and catching a record? That's why I said I was younger. This was years ago. Nothing anytime recently. I was a child. So I was not scared. I was very bold. Very bold. I think it was also because I was around people who did the same thing. So my group of people who kind of introduced me to that lifestyle, they were doing the same thing. That's why you got to be careful who you be around. AKA Carl said, what is the topic today? We're talking about releasing old money stories. If you want to answer this question, what old money stories have you released? Has there been any old money stories that you realize are not supportive to you that you released? Moving forward said, people say that eat the rich will also be consumed. Yeah. Joseph said, like, when you pay utility bill with fiat, they double dipping. The bills is prepaid with your signature. This is why I'm telling you, Joseph, like, what you talking about sound like the straw man theory. Everything you say. Do you know what the straw man theory is, Joseph? Have you ever heard of that? Or you know what that is and you just don't agree with it? Darren said, I need a woman that knows. F the colonizers. Micaiah said, one of the bad beliefs are money push people to do bad. Money don't do happiness. Say it like that is not good. While I understand that money could contribute for happiness. Okay. So you have that belief that money makes people bad too. That was another belief that somebody had mentioned earlier, is that money is evil. Money is evil. If because money is evil, then the people will be evil too. J Production said, I used to steal cars back in the day. Okay. And then you asking me, what'd you ask me, Jay? You said, you not scared of the consequences? Was you not scared of the consequences, friend? You not scared of the consequences? You asking me. You funny. Casey said, sorry, it's confusing, but health and wealth to you and nothing less. Okay, health and wealth. Thank you. Darren is hilarious. Yeah, J Production, I knew what you meant. I know people who used to steal cars too. Hey, Joyce. And they in jail. Them people in jail. AK Carl says, shouldn't it be more of a mind flow versus have your mindset on something? I like mindset because I like achieving goals. Because I believe that humans are goal-oriented people. And every single day we're achieving goals. So when you have your mindset and ready for the goals that you want, it allows you to achieve it with flow. I feel like if you say mind flow, it doesn't give the boundaries that you need, the guidance that you need to get to where you're trying to get to. But when you have your mindset, you have that goal of where you're getting to. I think that also includes you just being aware of what's going on in your life. J Production said, you can't fight fire with fire. Parker said, finance indeed fuels conflicts by enabling power imbalances. I agree. I understand that, Parker. I understand that one. I agree. Because people feel a power imbalance. People get upset. Joshua said, you have to spend money to make money. Josh said, that's an old money mindset. Oh, okay, I was about to say, is that what you believe? I kind of agree in some ways, but I don't. Yeah, so that's an old money mindset for you. I do think that there's ways to make money without spending money, especially if you have services that you can offer to people. Thank you, J Production. Makai said, no, money is not evil. Darren said, no, nah, money only amplifies who you are, like Rick Ross, corny but rich. No, for real, money is an amplifier, for real. Makai said, money is not pushing people to do bad. Okay. Jaquan came in and said, nope. What you saying nope for, baby? Makai said, money don't make happiness, but contributes in this period. Samaya, hey, baby. I love seeing all my people today. Hey, Alphalia. Hey, AKA Carlos. Oh, wait, I already said hi to you. You said, but if your mind is not open about certain subject matters, then how will one learn new things? Well, why would you want to learn something if you're not open to it? But if your mind is not open about certain subject matters, then how will one learn new things? So I'm going to guess when you say open, I'm guessing you mean like receptive to it. But when you have your mindset, it doesn't mean you're blocking out everything else. It doesn't mean you're blocking anything else out. It just means you know where you want to go. I think that's all about keeping your heart open, and you can always keep your mind open and be in a flow. You can always keep your mind open and be in a flow. But you can also have boundaries so you can know where to go. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Hold on. Somebody needs to put that on the shirt. Joseph said, why steal cars when you should be able to endorse qualified signature security interest percent pays? Joseph. Darren said loans. Moving forward said, but who legalized the money that gives an illusion of power with no substance? Darren said loans use them colonizers' loans. Don't call nobody else, baby. I'm going to get jealous. Who you getting jealous of? Y'all are a hoot. Y'all are a hoot. Makai said, I like when you say accomplish with flow. What is the meaning of flow? Is going with intuition without forcing? Okay, let's get a definition on the Google. Casey said, if I hate someone who hates me, does that make me the same way as them, or just a hurt person with a closed mind? Moving forward, answered and said, Casey, that makes you the same as them. What y'all think? Hey, Bran. Hey, No Ego. Hey, baby. Y'all will say like movies. What you mean like movies? Oh, now my phone is dead. I can't even use a Google search because my phone is dead. So I guess I'm just going to have to answer from what I believe. Makaya? What is the meaning of flow? Is going with intuition without forcing. I do think yeah, I agree. Going with intuition without forcing. Also not allowing the limiting emotions to hinder you from moving forward towards something, because a lot of times people stop moving forward because anxiety, worry, anger, frustration, confusion, and just contradicting beliefs in general. So it's a lot of things that can stop you from moving in the flow, because I believe that we are naturally in the state of flow, but because we are put in environments where we have conditions on us, and what we believe we have conditions on us, it stops us from being able to process through our mentality. And I truly believe that if we are able to process what we're narrating, because we talked about this earlier, with the old money stories. We're constantly narrating every single thing that we're doing, and if we're not aware of our internal narration, we're not going to be able to really process it. A lot of times we stop those the narrations that we're doing for whatever reason. So like that could look like I'm going around, I'm walking outside. Here's a simple one. I'm walking outside at the park and I'm enjoying my day, and then I see a bee. And now it's just one bee that I see, but it's flying. It feels like it's flying towards me. So I stop enjoying that moment and I run away because I'm scared of the bee. But that was only one bee, and all I had to do was walk around it. You see how some things like that could stop your flow? That was an example to kind of describe it. I hope you understand what I mean. I really hope you understand what I mean. Cutie Pie, welcome back to the live, baby. You said, when I was a bartender, a majority of the cash I took in went into my tip jar instead of the register. You saying you was stealing, Cutie Pie? Is that what you saying you was doing? We got a lot of thieves on this live today. We got a lot of people who are stealing. Raise your hand if you stole before. I don't steal no more. I'm rich now. I don't need to. Casey said, Darren, say that one louder for the ones in the back, my friend. What Darren say? Darren said, unforgiveness is like drinking poison, expecting someone else to get sick. Interesting. Interesting. DQ to great said, everything is solely upon you. 444. Shout out to 444. But Kai said, yes, contradictories, beliefs, and information without us can make conflictual energies at the point of being blocked. So I'm going to summarize. Yes, contradicting beliefs and contradicting information can make us have conflicting energies at a point to where we are blocked. A.K. Carl said, how can we trust one person's definitions of a certain word when we all have presumptions and biases about certain subject matters? A.K. Carlos, I'm glad that you asked that very, very good question. Because that is the reason why people are confused, is because everybody has their own presuppositions. Lord, the words is killing me today. And everyone has their own biases about certain matters. So when you have definitions, it creates a boundary that everybody agreed to so that there is no more confusion. There's no more confusion. So definitions actually decrease confusion. But if you're unreasonable, then you're not going to accept the definitions that you are given. You're not going to accept. My phone turned back on, y'all. It's charging now. 111777. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Harmony. Okay. Cutie Pie said, yes, I confess. I'm a horrible person. You used to be. That's an old money story. I'm guessing you don't do that anymore. Because I really do feel like when you steal, it teaches you that you cannot afford it. Like, it's teaching you, your mind, your body, your soul, that you cannot afford it. Joseph said, stealing love only. Darren said, I stole a couple of hearts back in the day. Welcome back, Mr. Abold. Darren said, I tried to return, but they said keep them. Wow. Hey, Newman. Nick said, get a job. Oh my God. Y'all are funny. You murdered that word, my friend. Y'all know I be struggling. Somebody said don't talk. Y'all funny. Parker said, could you please specify which publicly traded company currently holds the largest Bitcoin reserves? No, I don't even pay attention to Bitcoin reserves. I cannot specify. I cannot do that. Makai said, not go against the tide, but let oneself be carried away by the right direction. Just a thought. Okay. Joshua said, I stole in the past, but it was too easy, and I learned it's not worth it. Yes. You got the vibe. I got the vibe. Okay, hey. Am I in Tennessee? Yeehaw. Heck no, I'm not in Tennessee. My love, I am not in Tennessee. Tashar said, from which country? America. Parker said, follow the money. So I haven't seen one person respond to what it feels like to release those old money stories. So can I get a couple of y'all tell me, what does it feel like to release old money stories? And looking back now, like, how do you see that old version of yourself? How do you see that old version of yourself? Follow God. That's what Darren said. Moving forward said, I'm still currently in my situation. But has there not been any belief that you've released ever? Overspending? So is that your money story that you have right now, that you're overspending? Darren said, we don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about with the releasing old money stories, like how you felt about it? Darren said, my money story is F family. What does that got to do with your money story? What does that got to do with your money story? Family is my money story, but why? What does that have to do with your money story? Is it because you giving money to them? What is it? Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real ones. So like earlier when I told y'all that one of my old money stories was that I was spending too much. Like I felt anxiety because I felt like I was spending too much money. And when I released that, when I realized, no, it's not that I'm spending too much. I have the money to spend the money. I just need more organization so I can feel confident in my spending. I felt relieved because I want to spend money. Like, I think it's natural for me to want to spend money, to invest in my community, to allow the flow of money to flow through me. I think that is perfectly fine to allow that flow to flow through me. So I felt very relieved releasing that. Very relieved. Because now I feel like, okay, I can spend money. It is okay to spend money. I'm not a bad person for spending money. Darren, you said family just takes and they teach you to love yourself. So you are changing your relationship with your family so you can have a better mind. Girl, you're changing the relationship with your family so that you can have a better money mindset, Darren. Is that what you're doing? Greetings from Mexico. Hola, Diego. Joshua said, I learned from my old story that I can make money off other people's money and save mine, not spend to make. Thank you, Mandy. Oh, yeah. Repeat the question, Makaya. I got you, baby. So my question was, how does it feel to release those old beliefs? So you have old money beliefs, or we also call it old money stories. And when you realize that those stories and beliefs are not supportive to you anymore, how does it make you feel now that you no longer have those consistently going through your mind? Yes, I know many of my people are bilingual, trilingual, and your first language is not English. Shout out to y'all. Everybody in the chat whose first language is not English, let me know. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. Darren said family was asking too much. Juvenile said in a song, Wody, if I give you everything, I'm going to be broke. That's why we need boundaries. That's why we need to communicate. Corey said it's a bad habit. How do you stop spending? Well, why are you spending? What are you spending your money on? I can't just sit up here and say stop spending if I don't know what y'all spending y'all's money on. Because some of those things may actually be something that you need, or it's something you're spending the money for a reason. We got to figure out why you're spending the money first. So tell me, Corey, what are you spending your money on? Why do you want to stop spending? AKA Carl said, I decided to take a sip of my coffee every time you said money, and I need to go get another refill. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Demetrio said, hi. Hi, Demetrio. Casey, he said, you caught this, mama. Just breathe. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for not judging me. Darren said, no, I'm changing my relationship with my family for a better relationship with Big Benjamin Frank. Okay. Don't cut him off too much, though, Darren. Love him still. Just boundaries. Just boundaries. Makai said, it makes you feel living in heaven and in accomplishments before the accomplishment and feel freedom before the freedom. Okay. So it allows you to feel... Oh, it allows you to be... Okay, this is what I'm hearing you say, right, Micaiah? It allows you to be in the states that you're wanting to be before you actually achieve your goal. Like before you get into your manifestation. You know how they say feeling is the secret? So you're saying that releasing those old beliefs allow you to be in the feeling of the manifestation that you desire. I love that. Makai said, as a male, my mother language is Creole, and my second is French, and the third is English. Ooh, a trilingual. We love it. Darren said, I need to stop tricking, paying light bills, and paying car notes. That's my bad habit. It's like an addiction. I don't think that's a bad habit. I don't think it's a bad habit. Take care of your community, Darren. Take care of your community. I know you are well loved. So again, the quote at the bottom says, security isn't in the amount, it's in your mindset. So a lot of people, and I haven't seen anybody with this belief come on and say anything, but a lot of people think that you have to have money to be secure, to feel good about yourself. I haven't seen that. I've not seen that. AK Carl said, if you had the opportunity to have all the if you had the opportunity to have all the money you desire or have all the real love that you desire, which would you choose? Well, if I had all the real love that I desired, I would have money too. So I would choose all the real love. Because money loves me. All the real love for sure. That money gonna come naturally. But at the same time, I am all the real love. I am that already. I am that I am. Corey said, I just have a problem with frivolous spending on silly stuff I don't need. Who said you don't need it? And do you have the money? Is it hindering you? Is it hindering you from living your life successfully? Because I watched a video that says 60% of your money should be dedicated to your bills, fixed, and whatever the other word is, whatever bills you need to get paid every single month, 60% should be dedicated to that. 30% should be dedicated to miscellaneous things, whatever you want to spend that on. I call that 30% fun money. Whatever I spend this money on is what I want to spend it on. It allows you, and I feel like spending money on fun things, it allows you to stay in a state of flow. And you can always return it too. If you feel like, okay, I didn't really need this, return it. You had it already for a couple of days and you realize, okay, it's not worth it, return it. Then the other 10% is supposed to be dedicated to savings. That is just a template on how you can organize your money and put all three of those in different accounts. I feel like that helps me feel really good about spending money when I know that this card only, every time I pull this card out, I'm using it to spend on fun. I'm only using it for things that I want to have the time of my life. Darren said, no, it's the single women. I'm like the Santa Claus. My name is Trick Daddy. Congratulations to you, Darren. Everybody clap for Darren. We love somebody tricking on the women. Keep it up. Darren said you can't buy love. Exactly. GR said people with millions have committed ukaside. Ukaside is what I'm gonna call it. What does that have to do with us? Though, GR, what made you say that? Makai said, I believe that you have been sent by the universe somehow to make me reflect on something. Thanks for the subject of money. You're welcome. This is what we all doing. We're reflecting on our money mindset so that we can really, if you can release at least one belief this month by doing this live, especially if you think money is evil. Oh my God. Especially if that is one of your core beliefs. If you can release that belief and see it in a different light, I truly believe you're going to see an better relationship with your money coming up very soon. Give it another month. 21 days. Let it set. Okay, Carl said, money can't love you back, my friend. It is an inanimate object created by man. Are you sure? If I love money, if I treat my money well, if I organize my money and it gives back to me, is that not love? Because y'all remember my definition of love. It's a few things, but one of those is it's a motivating force. I don't know why I be saying unmotivating. I don't know. But money is a motivating force. Girl, I think I'm tired. That's what it is. Y'all, I'm struggling on this live today because I'm tired. I'm struggling because I'm tired. I need to go eat. And y'all know I do not be eating until like the afternoon. So I need to go eat. I've been on here for an hour. We about to get off here in a minute. But love is a motivating force. So if I dedicate time, organizing my money, dedicating love to my money, money is going to then come back to me and dedicate what I dedicated into it back into me. It is going to be a motivating force for me as well. So I do think that money can love me. Money loves me. That's a great mindset to have. Money loves me. Let me go find this video. Y'all, don't be talking about me. Don't be trying to clip these videos up talking about, oh, she can't read. Don't do that to me, okay? Shout out to you, Darren. GR said, question for you. You said you are rich. Is that monetarily? Rich in spirit. Rich in mindsets. And rich monetarily. Coming in the near future. In a store near you. Corey said, that's deep. Get the I can dig it, mama, LOL. Parker said, passive income is now a must for wage earners or salary earner. This is because their standard of living is always outpacing their wages. I agree. Shout out to y'all on the live. Shout out to y'all. Darren said, nah, God is bigger than the universe. God is the universe. God is all things. Parker said, Bitcoin is the passive income autopilot for the wage earners, lacking the sufficient time to seek out alpha. Real Rico said, I learned over the years to spend my money on stuff that I like, not just on stuff I feel like I need. Okay. Okay. Double OG is cussing at us and then lying to us, trying to gaslight us. Interesting. Darren said money is a tool. Yes, it is. Because money is a social construct, and I will expand on this. Okay, okay. GR. Yes. Makai said money is a tool. Okay, okay. Hey, Osman. Adamhad. Hey, friend. Welcome to the live. AKA Carl said coffee, sipping every time you say money, and I am now feeling a little woozy. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Darren said the love of money is the roots of all evil, not money. Is it the love of money? Is it? I think AKA Carlos was talking about idolizing money yesterday. That was interesting. Niar said, you're too beautiful for some of the nonsense you talk about, baby girl. What nonsense, friend? Let me know. I love to hear y'all's thoughts. Darren said you struggling because I got you nervous. You're funny. Makai said if you are positive on something or on a situation, you will get positivity from this something of situations. Mr. Adobe said, please do not leave us alone. I'm gonna have to leave y'all alone in just a minute. Moving forward said money doesn't love anyone. Interesting. Darren said the love of money is the root of all evil. Makai said what you put out comes back in a form. Yeah. Rich in spirit, yeah. Darren, you said to the brother who said you can dig it, mama, watch it, job turkey. Not job turkey. I'm gonna show y'all a video. Let me see if I can find it. Stephen Ford, I am from America. Darren said greed. What nonsense. This is a healthy convo. Is somebody named Greed on here or something? I don't know. Welcome back, PR. Welcome back. I love you too, mister. Hi, Story. Makai said, be rich in soul of our consciousness is the better richness. The source of material richness. The material's richness will not have any sense without consciousness. You also said our consciousness gives sense and possibilities of understanding on things. Yes. Love you, PR. Love you, love you, love you. Yeah, so if y'all wonder what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to find this video so I can show y'all. Oh, it's right here. Y'all are funny. Okay, I'm about to play the video for y'all. This is the mindset we gotta accumulate for money.
Money just finds its way to you.
It does. I have a relationship with money. I just think money recognizes me. Money is comfortable around me. Money likes me. So money feels when it needs someone to talk to, it'll choose me in the crowd and it'll come and sit next to me. Whether it comes in a form of whatever, but it will choose me.
Let's watch it again.
Money just finds its way to you.
It does. I have a relationship with money. I just think money recognizes me. Money is comfortable around me. Money likes me. So money feels when it needs someone to talk to, it'll choose me in the crowd and it'll come and sit next to me. Whether it comes in a form of whatever, but it will choose me.
Y'all hear that? That was Connie Mabau who said that. Connie, she was off that one show, Famous Rich Africans. That's a really good show. I like that show a lot. So yeah, y'all, that's our conversation for today. How y'all feel about the conversation today? And don't be talking about how I was reading. I told you already I'm tired. I'm hungry. How y'all feel about today's conversation, y'all, before we get off the live? Darren said, you ever see the videos where people find all kinds of money and give it back? Sucks. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. Y'all are hoots. Okay, Parker got the fireman in the fire. Okay. So based on what the woman says in the video, money has consciousness. AKA Carlos, I have a question. Do you believe that water has consciousness? I just want to see where your perspective is. Makai says she speaks about money like a best friend. Isn't that a beautiful way to speak about it? I will be back, Mr. Abode, tomorrow morning. Do you believe water has consciousness? Real Rico said, I thought it was dope. I like what she was saying on the video. Money is comfortable around me. Money loves me. Money loves me. And she's very, very rich. She's literally on a show called Famous Rich Africans. GR said, most don't realize that others can control us through money, interest rates, etc. Yeah. Okay, we're going to Cheesecake Factory. What's up? Tomorrow, I'll be back on here 11 a.m. AKA said, I will be here tomorrow for you, my friend. I'm here to help and assist you. Thank you. But AKA Cars, I had a question. I want to know, do you believe that water has consciousness? Because I think that humans can give consciousness to whatever we feel. Like we can make things conscious through our own mindset. If we believe it's conscious, it can become conscious. Everything has conscious, and there is infinite consciousness beyond the 4 elements. There is a consciousness. AKA Carlos said no. AKA Carlos, my favorite book is about a study done on water. And they realized that water is programmable and it has a sense of consciousness, and water can respond to you. Water has no, so people think that water has no conscious. My favorite book, one of my favorite books, y'all should go listen to it. It's free on YouTube. Water. It's free on YouTube. Here.
A Japanese scientist, Masaru Emoto, wanted to know whether
Let me get another one because I need y'all to understand. If you want to know about water and consciousness, my favorite thing, and I show this to kids. Y'all know I work with kids. I'm gonna say this and we're gonna get off alive. I work with kids, so I like to show my kids this video every single year because I need them to know how we are easily programmed. We are made up of 60% of water, like PR said. And if you know how water works, it's easy to understand how you work. The book is called The Hidden Messages in Water. There are a lot of experiments on YouTube that you can watch, quick experiments like the rice water experiment, the flower experiment when you talk to your flowers, water the flowers. There's also one that I like to show my kids, the apple experiment. So the woman, she cut the apple in half. Maybe I need to make this a playlist on my channel. She cut the apple in half, and it's the same apple. One half of the apple she said good things to. The other half of the apple she said bad things to. Imagine what happened. So let me see if I can show you a quick short. And then we'll get off of here. The same way that water can hold consciousness, money can respond to your consciousness. Water responds to your consciousness. Let's see. Y'all just gonna have to listen to what this person is
a
saying.
Japanese scientist, Masaru Emoto, wanted to know whether human emotions have any impact on water. He took multiple water jars and exposed them to different emotions. Then he froze that water and examined the formed crystals. Surprisingly, the molecular structure of water changed. This is how water molecules reacted to different emotions. A Japanese scientist.
But we'll talk more about that later. We're not gonna get too deep into the topic. AK Carlos, he said that person is wrong and a deceiver. King said everything is consciousness. Consciousness is foundational, exactly. So I'll be back on here tomorrow. AK Carlos said God did not breathe life into water. AK Carlos, you know you are literally water. Everything around you is water. It's just a different version of water. We have air. We have ice. We got liquid. We got gas. Everything around you is just a different version of water. So God literally did breathe life into water. But I am going to go. And I love you guys. I appreciate everybody who has came out, who's commented. Let's look at the top commenters today. We got Parker. Shout out to Parker. I can never understand what that picture was, but it's a half a man in the middle of the road. Okay. Shout out to Scrapier. I don't know who that is. Yeah, it must be a different name. And then shout out to Casey. Shout out to Casey Jones. And shout out additional shout out to Darren and Mr. Abo. Shout out to all of y'all today for participating in the chat with me. I really love hearing y'all's opinions. I love when y'all talk to each other in the comments and we can have a discussion and we can get somewhere. We stayed on topic today a little bit. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Respect and admiration. Bye.